All right, good afternoon. I am Vice Forecaster, USA Forecaster, as JD Rapp with you back in the Breaking Weather Center. We're just going to give you we're doing a live severe weather feed on the potentially for a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, and we do have one severe thunderstorm warning that could produce a possible tornado after in Kansas, and we have a few tornado warnings has been entered down in parts of Texas. So this is why we're doing our severe weather feed to keep you up on the speed of what's going on. So right now, let's put a pause on the warnings are in place. Severe thunderstorm warning right down here in Kansas, and let me find a warning for you. The severe thunderstorm warning in effect at 2 o'clock. At 1:30, a severe thunderstorm located 5 miles northeast of Edmonton, Mooney's around 10 miles an hour. What to expect 60 miles of wind gusts and hails the size of a quarter or so. Um, these inside these incidents of thunderstorms could produce brief tornadoes. So we do have a little bit of weak rotation. So now the fact we could see a brief tornado at times. That's kind of why I broke in for a second, so we could get you up in the speed what's kind of going on because and we do have some weak rotation. That's why I kind of broke in because we could have another spin up tornado out here in Kansas. So I wouldn't go to your tornado safe spot right now, but just be aware in case the storm does have produces a weak tornado. And look at the flash flood. Gosh. Oh, we're starting to see rainfall up to 2 inches per hour. That's a lot of rain. Now I'm going to turn our attention to this. We do have a couple tornado warnings. This is why we're doing our live severe weather feeds today, is because we have a couple tornado warnings in place for Texas. This is today where we do have tropical setups. When you get this environment, you can get a brief tornado that can spin up sometimes. It wouldn't be your long track tornadoes. These will just be your basically spin ups you get sometimes in a line. Basically your weak tornadoes will just probably do minor damage. But remember, if a tornado would hit your house, it could cause damage. So we want to be on the cautious side on that situation. Just give me a second. All right, here we go. We'll All right, 120 warning down here in Texas goes through 2 p.m. for north central Johnson County and central Texas, central Ellis County, and north central Texas to about 2:15. 1:37, 1:36 Eastern Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Greenview or 12 miles southwest of off the radio, moving at 20 miles an hour. So tornadoes. That's the main issue. Marple around 155. So this is a radar indicated tornado. We do not know if this is on the ground, but today's setup is these tropical tornadoes, and this thing looks like very tight wind shear. So we could be getting a tornado that could be developing. And I've been listening to a lot of chatting online on these setups, as we do not have no lighting, very little lighting. Let me check my radar scope, because we don't have lighting. Both. This is hard to warn you. Nope, we don't have no lighting with this. This is what makes storms extremely dangerous, is you don't have no lighting to fall with it. So that's what makes it a very extremely dangerous, as you don't have the lighting to track stuff with. So um still we have that very tight rotation right here by Mopal area. All right, now it's tightened up more. So we're starting to get red next to green, gate to gate sheared. I mean, that's still, let me pull up here on our correlation thing here and see. Yeah, there's a little bit debris ball right there. We could be getting a possible tornado trying to pick up something right there. So if you're in a mobile area, you need to be in a tornado safe spot now. This is the area where we could be getting some possible. There's very little hail, but the debris ball is right there. We could be getting a possible tornado right there. So now's the time. Shake shelter. Go to the lowest floor of your home. Make sure there's an air mattress between you as possible. Make sure everybody in the house has a helmet because a helmet will protect yourself from flying debris a lot. So I just want everybody in their safe spots right now when this tornado warning is going on. Um, Reading on Facebook, just make sure this is like, and even Reed Timber is saying this is going to be a tropical setup where you get up, where you get to solve it. We get this in Illinois multiple times. You get these storms try to come to the ground a little bit. Is we get these tropical storms a lot, tropical setups where you get the tornado that comes to the ground half the time, very little to the ground. When you do that, you get a storm that could actually try to develop, but it doesn't actually come to the ground. But even a tornado will come to the ground today, even a weak one, it's still going to do some damage. So we want to make sure you're being safe on that. All right. Tornado warning continues about 2:15. Let's see the final update a minute. Check the scan, and you can see it's still moving in the same direction. So we could still be getting a possible tornado. That's a little bit of debris ball, just what my cursor's at. So we would definitely have to watch that. So if you're just joining me this afternoon, tornado warning continues. It's moving northeast around 20 miles an hour. That is a very tight rotation, moving towards the sea, north of Mobile, and that's going to continue to move towards Red Oak. If you live in Red Oak, I would be ready in case this tornado warning will move towards Red Oak. Possibility it could. We could be seeing another tornado sap of Maple. That's where the storm's at right now. So no report of a tornado on the ground right now or anything like that. But we do have these little scales, could be little storm cells, like with no light, and they do have rotation. I mean, these little showers just pop up today, tap onto a little rotation, and this is how things get going, folks. Is we get these little showers today, and I've been studying about this for several years. You get a little showers pop up, they produce some weak rotation, and there are multiple times we get that. Then that's how you get the rotate. Then they rotate a lot. But the bad part is we don't have no lightning with them today. No lightning strikes to actually people to see the tornado. So when the warning gets issued, the best places to go to is that basement if you have one, because that's the best place to go if a tornado warning to be issued. I mean, I know a lot of people in the deep south do not have basements, but the best place to be is on the lowest floor of a building. I mean, you do not want to be in a mobile home. Mobile homes are not going to be safe. I wouldn't cancel your plans today. I mean, I'm one of those people. Just be aware. We could have these quick spin ups, and yeah, look at this. Gosh, folks, this is very tightened up. We're starting to get a tight circulation with this tornado warning, so we could be getting a tornado on the ground, but nothing's on the ground yet. But this just tells me this storm I'm tracking now by Johnson County down here in South to Ellis is very tight. That could be producing a tight tornado on the ground. So we would definitely have to watch that. And especially the storm with the flash flood warning, I'm starting to notice some weak rotation there too. Let me check for hail. Very low. Doesn't look like it. But there's a new circulation trying to start by University Park. That is broad rotation right there. We could be getting another spin up. So we have to watch these cells really closely today. But this is the only tornado warning we have. So if you live in Maple, there's a new circulation trying to form right over there. These are your small supercells that we get in the springtime, and this is why we're now it's bumping up to 20 miles per hour. So that's very slow. And just checking for flash flooding. And while we're on, we're starting to see almost 2 inches per 2 inches of rain. That is very heavy rainfall that could really lead to some flash flooding. That's the problem. Turn around and don't drown today. We're going to see a lot of rain. I know a lot of people will drive through flooding. It's not going to be worth it going through that water anytime this week. Turn around and find another route. That's the best thing to do. Many people die from flooding is because they actually go through a flooded roadway. All right, we're on almost a 2 o'clock hour. I'm forecaster JD Rapp, vice forecaster JD Rapp with you. We have a tornado warning continues. These storms have been bubbling up today and getting a lot of rotation. So this will expire at 2:15, but I'm not getting any confirmed reports yet of a tornado on the ground. So that is some very good news if we don't get something. But up here, I'm giving me signs of some pretty decent signs of rotation. I mean, this flash flood warning by Highland Park and University Park. That's something I'm going to have to watch because if that starts spinning, there could be, all right, we're starting to get something to form there. This could be a debris ball, but this is not a tornado warning quite yet. But I am keeping a close eye on that. Check echo tops. They're pretty decent. So we could be getting another tornado trying to form up here again. Let me see if we do. And that is very tight, folks. This flash flood warning's in place now, but I am noticing some weak rotation with this storm. So we could be getting another tornado warning trying to spin up with that. Let me check my radar real quick and see what the Weather Service think they're going to do with this because I've done this stuff 1,000 times and it looks like it's broad, wind sheared, but I won't be surprised if it continues to tide up. We'll have another tornado warning with that if it continues to tide up like that. So just reading the chat room right now while I'm on with you. Tornado warning continues down here. We'll check in them, and we're starting to get more of a little bit of debris right there. So we could be getting a brief tornado spin up with the whole area by Maple. So if you live in Maple, that is the very tightest rotation we got. You want to be in a tornado safe spot. Make sure you have an air mattress between you and a bike helmet and protect yourself from flying debris. I'm going to check the comments here real quick. See if we have anybody on here showing any pictures of damage or anything like that. That's the thing. What we need to two important questions that we need to know if we have any comments yet or any pictures of tornadoes on the ground. I'm seeing I'm going to enter any new watches because that's always the thing they do. I think it's one of the things is it's kind of scattered and you can't really get hard to get storms when it's really scattered like this to get a watch because you don't know what they'll be at. Well, we'll continue to keep you updated on the tornado warning. It still goes through 2:15. We still do not have any confirmed report, but I'm starting to get lots of flooding. Roads are closed everywhere, so if you see water on the roadway today, I advise you not drive through it. Turn around and always find a different route, and you'll be fine with this. You'll be fine with this whole system. Storms are spinning a lot today. We could see small tornadoes could form. I mean, these not going to be your long track tornadoes at times, but there could be enough to get a spin into the ground, just like the severe thunderstorm wind over here still could have a possible tornado. We would have to see what happens. But right now, while we're broke in, it's because that one tornado warning down here in that severe thunderstorm warning. New update from the Weather Service now. Let's see what they said about it. And looks like they're getting ready to cancel that one for Johnson. And now it's bumping up to moving at 15 miles per hour. So let's see what we got here. Very still, it doesn't. Let's see the scans are. It looks like they're not as very tight as it was, but it's still you want to still maintain your safe spot until the warning expires. Let's put the. I don't see a lot of blue, so that wouldn't probably be any stronger debris right now than it was. So tornado warning goes through 2:15. If we see anything more in a life threat situation and we need to break right back in, we'll let you know. Right now, I am Vice Forecaster J.D. Rapp with you. Storms could still pop up today, mainly large hail, damage and winds down there today, and we could see brief tornadoes that spin up and like that, like we're seeing. They could be. Hold on a second. Excuse me. It could be brief and not want to be your long track tornadoes. They'll stay on the ground, or they even might stay aloft. But when they come to the ground, it's never a good situation. So we will keep you updated. We'll break in today to keep you informed on these tornado warnings. But right now, we're going to sign off here, and we will keep you informed as the event gets as we get more information.